Everyone, this is Meiping from CGTN Digital Reporting Live in Beijing. Right now I'm at the exhibition area of the World Robot Conference. Behind me there's a little show going on. I hope you enjoyed it. So later I'll give you a tour at the exhibition area. Firstly, I want you to see this show from a biomimic bird. Like this show from this company called Festo, and which is focusing on biomimic robotics. And for the next 40 minutes, I will give you a tour inside the exhibition area of the World Robot Conference. We have a lot of people gathering here to see the show, so let's move outside. So the World Robot Conference is held in Beijing from today, the 20th to the 25th. And we have more than 180 enterprises from all over the world demonstrating their latest technology. And there are 4 parts of the exhibition area. The first area is called Industrial Robot, which we just passed. And right now we're moving to the B2, from the B2 gate, and the B area is focusing on service robots. Actually, this is my 3rd time to report at the World Robot Conference, and in 2017 we have a lot of service robots demonstrating at this exhibition area, and they were, for example, Pepper from SoftBank. You can see here is a zone for medical robotics. And before the tour, we actually talked to some of this booth, and we picked some interesting robot we think you should also be interested in. 您好, hello.
Hello.
Hi. So firstly, can you introduce yourself and what you guys do?
We are from Tsinghua University, and after we graduate, we start up a company with our professor to build the robot to help the elder people, to help them to live independently. So this is our first generation robot. I can show you how it works.
Sure. It looks like a wheelchair to me, but it seems like it can do more.
Okay, you say this. This woman she sits here, and she can control it by the joystick on right side, and this is we call it manual control mode. He can use the joystick to control it, and then it has auto guide mode. So it can follow the magnetic stripe.
Oh yeah, we can see there's stripe on the ground.
Yes.
So which for the robot to follow, right?
Yeah, it can lead it to the toilet. This is a bedroom,
okay.
And in your normal life, you can. For example, in the morning you want to go to toilet, you can use the control.
The controller.
Use a remote controller, and it can come to bed and go to the toilet, or help you stand up.
Okay.
And
actually, can I try it?
Yes,
of course. I want to sit on it and try it. Okay.
Okay. First, you can use this joystick.
Oh, cool. I'm turning.
This is the manual. This is the manual control mode.
Okay.
I can use it.
Sure. Yeah, hold it for me.
This is the manual control mode.
Okay.
And then, if I want to change it into auto guide mode, I will use this. Press this button. For example, don't be afraid.
Okay. I'll stay calm.
It will turn by itself, and then, if it finds the magnet type.
Yeah, it's actually higher, so it's going to follow. Oh my God, my leg is in air.
This is the startup mode.
Okay.
Then it will go down, and then we'll go to the bed.
Okay. We're moving to the bedroom.
Moving to the bed.
Cool. Oh, okay. So it's following the stripe on the ground.
Yes.
So if I'm...
When arrive it will lift.
Okay, yeah. So if I'm it's actually lifting.
And try to think that you are an old man with some problems with your leg, so you can move from the chair to the bed.
Yeah, actually, yeah. For senior people who have who's not able to maybe move their legs, they can just use their arms, right?
Yes.
Like this, and they can sit on the bed.
Yes.
Okay. So if I want to go to the bathroom, the same thing. Okay, I'm just gonna sit back.
Yes, sit back, and then look at this controller. You can press the toilet button. Then it will go to the toilet.
Okay. So right now the robot is taking me to the toilet.
Yes.
Okay.
And
it's backwards. Do I need to use this one to turn? Oh.
In the auto guide control mode, you needn't to use the control.
Okay. So now I'm going to the toilet. It's also following the stripe.
Yes.
So you can actually, in your home, you can actually design these straps.
Yes.
So design your own.
And it's very easy to design this.
Yeah. So, it's turning. So like every step is designed for senior to move without their legs actually. Okay, so I can move to the toilet. Okay. Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. I didn't move. Okay. So is this being used in any of the scenarios? For example, in some of the houses or some people's home?
Yes. Before we came here, we designed. We assembled this robot about 1 year ago. During this year, we take it to different kind of nursery home or to some people, some elders home to let them to try to let them tell us if there is any problems, if they think we might improve to make it easier for them to use. Yeah, we are always doing this, and now we are designing our next generation robot. Maybe after 6 months to 1 year, we will to launch our next. Yes.
Okay. So is this going to be the final prototype? Is this going to have like more functions for senior people to use?
Yes, of course. Now in this robot, you can see it's more like a smart wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly.
It can carry you to some place you want to go. But in the next generation, we want to become more like a robot. Oh. It cannot take you to the place you want to go. It can also communicate with you, or maybe, yes, maybe help you to do some.
Maybe if you want to listen to the music and just talk to your wheelchair.
Yes. We call it sorry. It's some service, like online service, and maybe you can more easier to communicate with your family and your doctor or something. All we think is to make the elders' life more easier.
Very, yeah. It's a great robot. Thank you for demonstrating for us. And thank you. Okay. So yeah, if for example, if my grandparents cannot like use their legs to move to different rooms in the house, they definitely need one of these smart wheelchairs to help them to move around and maybe talk to them, help them to call doctors. So this is what future furniture or future robotics would be like. And for our next stop, we have this medical. It seems like it's a surgery-related robot. Hi. Hello. So, firstly, can you introduce yourself and tell us what is this big robot here?
My name is Jinxu Lu. I'm the system engineer of Beijing Surgery Tech Company. This is our first prototype of laparoscopic surgical system. It mainly consists of two parts, the surgeon console and the patient-side robotic system. During the surgical operation, the surgeons will sit comfortably at the surgeon console, viewing the 3D screen and holding two hand controllers and the robotic system will execute the hand movements of surgeons. So basically, the instruments will mimic the hand movements of surgeons' hands.
So basically, doctors are using this to conduct surgeries on people, to operate on patients, right?
Yes, kind of like a teleoperation. So our surgeon cars can be moved to like another operation room.
But why is this better than human doctor operating directly on the patient?
Okay, so the manual instruments of the laparoscopic surgery only has 4 degrees of freedom. So it's like you are using chopsticks, one of chopsticks to like pointing at some place inside the patient's body. So it's not as dexterous as human's wrist. But our surgery system. So here we have 3 robotic arms and one.
These are the robotic
Yeah,
arms.
robotic arm, and one endoscopic arm. So each surgical arm has 6 degrees of freedom, plus 1 additional degree of freedom for the gripper. So it's basically as dexterous as human's wrist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now these arms are sewing a grip.
Yeah, they are saturating the grip.
Well, it's like really, they have really like small things on the top of the arm. You can see it's really precise.
So the needle is a curved needle. So the robot has to control the path of the needle. So it's like a circular path. So otherwise it's gonna break the skin of the grip.
I don't know if that's a doctor over there, but the person is actually operating from there.
Yeah,
right?
he is our staff.
Okay. Can we take a look at the screen?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
like what he's doing there is actually the same thing here, right?
Yeah, sure.
The screen is 3D, you say.
Yeah, it's a 3D screen.
So doctors need to wear a special glasses.
It's like we are watching the 3D IMAX movie. So we have to wear the special glasses in order to see the 3D image.
Okay, cool. So is this a long distance kind of operating system?
I think right now the surgeon console are connected to the system by a wire. So I think in the future we can expect with help of 5G technology, we can ship our robotic system to any remote area in China. And I think the doctor in big cities like Shanghai and Beijing can teleoperate our robots, and people in the other area can take advantage of our cutting-edge technology.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the robot for surgery. And we've been taking questions from our social media pages on Weibo and Facebook. So right now we have, this one I want to read to you. The wheelchair, the smart wheelchair we just saw. This user from Weibo said, "I want to have this wheelchair so much." Well, that's me as well. You know, if you have, although this is for senior people, but if you have this kind of wheelchair, you don't have to walk anymore. And okay, so for the surgery robot, I actually interviewed one of the other surgery robots in Summer Doubles in Dalian last month, and it's called Da Vinci. I don't know if you heard of that yet. Actually, it's on my right side, this side. This is a Da Vinci surgery robot, and they're actually very alike, because this one is also for doctors to operate through this robot, and this one is also not for long distance. It's for maybe the doctor is just next room and the patient is very near them. But this one is for example, if there's a senior doctor who's unable to control their hands very well, the robot can help them. Okay, so this venue is the B area, and this one is for service robot. We just take a look at the smart wheelchair for senior people to have a better life at home, and we saw this surgery robot. And the next area we're going to visit is called Special Purpose Robot. That sounds very exciting. So if you have any questions or anything you want to say about the World Robot Conference or any of the robots we just saw, you can leave a message on our social media pages on Weibo and Facebook. I mean, if I cannot answer it, I'll try to find one of the robot experts here to answer your question. So we're moving into this special purpose robot area. It looks very different from the first two area we just passed through. So we have this tank-like robot on my right. In this area, robots are mainly used for example, firefighting or rescuing missions. So they look really big, and those are really heavy tasks. Here we have a field. So right here we have a field. You can see that's a lot of barriers here. That's for multi-legged robots to show their abilities. And for the next robot I want to show you is this. I don't know if you have watched Black Mirror, a TV series yet. There's one episode which they have a robot. They have a dog-like robot that killed everyone. The next thing I want to show you is similar to that. I mean, the shape is similar to that, but they won't kill you. They're adorable. So in this area, they actually have all kinds of multi-legged robots here. Hello, hi. We are here. Thank you. Yeah, so firstly, can you introduce yourself and tell us which company you're
Okay,
from and what you
and I'm Yang Zhiyu, and the co-founder of Unity Robotics. We are a company which made the quadruped robot.
Oh, this one, right?
Yes, yes. This is our old version of quadruped robot. A quadruped robot, which means they have 4 legs.
Oh.
Yeah, just like a car, and they have the more movement ability than a car, which means they can walk along the stand or walk upstairs and walk on the complex terrain.
So what are the using scenarios for this robot?
We are just like a car company, and our car company do not use the car. We just sold the car to our customers. From now on, our customers, most of them are universities and research institutes. Yes, they buy our robot just like buy our device, and they run their own algorithm and code on our platform to verify their research. So this is the first stage of our application of our robot. And on the next stage, we want to put some camera and inspection device on our robots so they can do some surveillance job on the dangerous area.
Can you show me some of the things it can do?
Okay, I can ask my.
So right now it's for research purposes, right? For like institutes can.
The first stage is for the research institute scenario, and for the next stage is for the surveillance and.
Okay. So there's a. I thought this one's ready.
This is our latest version of robot, Alien Go. It's much more thinner and less weight than the old one.
Oh, that's the old version. This one's
For the most
the new one.
Yeah, for the most important, it looks much pretty than the older one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's cuter. So it seems like they are adjusting the remote, right?
Yeah, they are prepared for control the robot.
So it's controlled by this remote attached with a iPad, I guess.
iPad is just for screen. They have a remote controller, and they have bottom and controller on the.
So when talking about this multi-legged robots, a lot of people think about Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
So and they also have this four-legged dog-like robot.
Yes.
So what are the difference between your robot and Boston Dynamics?
Boston Dynamics is the pioneer on the quadruped robot, and all of us and in this industry was inspired by the excellent performance, move performance ability of the quadruped robot of Boston Dynamics. And I think the difference between Boston Dynamics and us is on the first stage as a commercial company, they want to do some really application on the factory, on a real construction site. So they want to put a camera on the back of the robot, so the dog walk into a construction building and to detect where there is a whether everything is okay. So this is the difference between our robot and their robot.
So right now they're demonstrating the robotic dog. I want to call it the dog. So it's really flexible.
It is flexible, and every ankle of the robot is a torque control, which means they can sense the torque of the outside force. It is force control, which means they can calculate the out force of the robot.
Well, what happens if it falls? I mean,
the old one cannot jump, but the new one can backflip and stand down.
Can we see it do that? So if the robot falls, it's not going to be like a turtle which cannot flip itself back. Seems like it can just jump back to the original location.
Not jump, but they can backflip. Yeah, turn right. So this is really important for a robot because it's unstable. But if they fail, they can just stand up. Stand up.
So I know it's mostly a little scary. I've watched Black Mirror, so
okay.
a little.
No scary. It's just a robot, and people can control it. Okay. It's a machine, and it's a device. It's no difference between just like a phone or an other machine.
It's actually kind of cute if you just get used to it. It's like a dog, like.
The size is just like a dog, and you can also call him a cheetah or a cat or a big cat or a small tiger.
Very interesting.
Because they all have four legs.
Well, thank you. We're looking forward to see this kind of robot in our like real lives to help us do things like civilian things.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, do you enjoy the dog? So this is special purpose robot. Okay, we have to find our way out. And we've been taking comments and questions on our social media pages on Weibo and Facebook, so leave a message. So this one, I actually received one saying that if maybe later CGTN can report on 5G. Yeah, we actually have done one of the live stream. It's not by me, it's by one of my colleagues, Gong Zhe. He's done a live stream with 5G signal. So we will continue to bring you like more tech and science content here at CGTN Digital, so if just stay tuned, we'll be 5G. So we're now moving to the last area of the World Robot Conference exhibition zone, and it's called logistic robots. There you can see a lot of robots running around and just sending goods. This is what happened in logistic right now. You use robot, not humans. It's raining in Beijing, so there are a lot of waters on the ground, so I have to be careful. So this venue for World Robot Conference is called eTron International Center, and it has been the venue for this event for 5 years. Actually, the event started in 2015, so this has always been the venue for World Robot Conference. Okay, right now we just entered the last area of the exhibition area of the World Robot Conference. Is called Logistics Robot. You can see around me, you can see a lot of car-like robot, and here are just robots sending goods around. Yeah, we have been receiving messages saying that they love technology in China. Well, thank you. So the next enterprise I want to show you is called Segway Nightbot. It used to be a balancing vehicle company, which they still do balancing vehicles, but this time they just brought a lot of logistic robots. So let's find out. Hi. Well, hello. Hi, hello. So first, can you just introduce yourself and tell us what is your company do?
I'm the product manager, and I'm a mechanical engineer. So this scooter is designed by me and my team.
So you're the designer of the scooter?
Yes.
Okay. So what is this scooter for?
This scooter is designed for the global rental scooter market.
Rental scooters.
Yes. Rental scooters. We know the rebalancing and recharging cost will cost a lot of money to our customers. So we designed this kind of scooter. It could self-pilot to go to rebalance and go to the hub to recharging, or to gather together to help the staff to make a lot of scooters recharge at once.
So you can just go to the charging point by itself?
Yeah, it will make use of vision slam, and steering itself. We have steering motor, and it will not fall when it go itself.
So can we see how it? So I'm really curious about it can go just run by itself. Can we see that? 可以看一下它自己跑回去那个样子。
Okay. Let me set for you.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's now semi-auto because we have a lot of we should meet the regulatory requirements. Okay. Let me set.
Okay. So now we're going to see the scooter just running by itself. Apparently, it can go to the charging point automatically because according to the program that put into it before. Okay, so it seems like they're over there. They're using a laptop to control this scooter. I'm pretty excited. It's like a little nervous for it to just move. Oh, the light is on. Okay, so it's moving. Just people, careful. Okay. Oh, so basically it's controlled by the staff over there. And yeah, according to the algorithm, you can just go to various locations. I just yeah. So can it, if there's people in front of it, can it just go to another direction to out?
Yes, we have two kinds of sensors. One is the camera. will see the people in front of it. And another is ultrasound sensor. So if you want, some kids play in front of the scooter, suddenly the sensor will stop the pilot and keep to avoid crash.
Cool. Can I try the scooter? It seems like it's really easy to use for beginners. Because I'm not a Because I'm not a scooter person.
That means set the mode for you.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna stop the control mode. So just I'm going to try to use this scooter. And this design is actually really unique to it to push it if you push it.
We designed this. We call this roll. This is roll. The roll is to make the riding more comfortable when, especially when tuning.
You feel like you're falling.
Yeah, you won't feel you are falling. And another, when this is rental scooter in the street, some people may push it. Or some kids will push it and make it down. So with this with the roll, we could you could push it rudely, but it will not fall.
It won't fall with this design, right? Oh, okay. Cool. So can I just?
You will try?
Yeah, I want to try it.
This is the brake.
Okay, brake.
This is humor.
Okay. So just
to avoid misoperation, you need to kick.
Okay.
When the speed is 3 kilometers per hour.
Then I can use this two buttons, right? Okay. I'll try. Yeah. Thank you.
Take care. A lot of people here.
现在你知道搜索这种机器人是如何工作的了？它将为我提供更高效、可靠、简单、有趣的陌生配送服务。
Apparently, I'm not a scooter person, but yeah, this one it's apparently it's easy for me for beginners to use. Like I've never used a scooter before, but I can stand on it. So, okay, thank you. This has been fun. So you said this one's for sharing, right?
Yeah, sharing, rental
it's
scooters.
Rental scooters.
Yeah.
So has it been used in any countries or cities?
It was released last week.
Oh,
So now
pretty new.
It's pretty new. We are going to have some cooperation with some customers overseas, like some American companies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But I don't know when the cooperation will be start.
Okay.
But
So-
I think it will come soon.
Are we gonna see those scooters on cities in China soon? Maybe.
Yes, I think so. Some leaders of the Chinese company, they have a lot of big garden, like Beijing steel, Shougang.
Oh, okay. So yeah, some companies they have a really big area just for
Yeah.
themselves. So
Yeah.
they need something like this to just go from this building to another building. Like
Yes,
that, right?
the area is much too
Yeah.
big.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you,
It's,
thank you.
It's fun. I know it's a new experience for me. Well, thank
Thank you.
you. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So the last robot I want to show you is just next door. So hi, 您好. Hello. So first, can you introduce yourself and tell us what is this suitcase for?
Sure. Nice to meet you. My name is Zhang Shuo. I'm the CFO. I'm the CPO of Ford X company. And the first product I want to introduce to you is this smart suitcase.
Okay.
It has eyes. You can see.
Oh,
Here we have several cameras
Okay.
with the computer inside this handle. I actually use the deep learning and the computer vision to empower this suitcase like a robot with eyes.
Oh, okay.
You can see the world, and the world is actually shown on this big screen
So these are the suitcase C. What is
Yeah, what the suitcase see. And this screen, also this screen. And we can see that in this screen, every people was recognized with a rectangular box.
Exactly.
Yes, and then he actually can recognize his owner and
Right.
also other people. So he can follow his owner.
Oh.
So let me show you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
So I just simply press this button. And now he can follow me.
There's a light turning.
Yeah, yes.
It's like
So
he
now
got his
it's-
master.
Now it's
Wow. It actually frees your hands, right?
My hands was free, so I can call. I can drink a coffee. I don't need to handle a suitcase.
What if someone just grab your suitcase and run away?
That's no problem. We will offer you a smart band, and if this suitcase,
On your wrist, right?
yeah, on your wrist, and if the suitcase is be with you 2 meters away, your band will warning you, and then you need to take care of it.
Wow.
Yes.
Can you follow me?
Sure.
Yeah.
Right? Please have a try.
Okay. So what do I do?
You need to press this button
Oh, okay.
just one time, and then wait until it turns green.
Why it turn green?
Now it's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna walk.
Go, go, go.
Whoa. It's following me. It's like I have a suitcase dog. Yeah, so if I have a cup of coffee in my hands or I'm talking to the phone, then I don't have to carry my suitcase. Wow, interesting. So,
And
it,
if you want to stop, you just simply touch the handle, and then now it stop and turn blue, and then it's just you can handle it like a normal suitcase.
so
And-
instead of facial recognition, you actually recognize your body, right?
Yes.
Because the
exactly.
camera is there.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So, like the screen we just saw, like for those of you who don't read Chinese, it says like it's actually the things on your,
On your
for
body.
example,
Yeah.
it tells you whether you are wearing a shorts or long pants or
And
if
even
you're
if you wear glasses.
Yeah, or if
can
you are
recognize.
if you're carrying a bag or not. So
Yes.
it recognizes you from those information, right?
Yes, exactly. So that makes sure this suitcase always follow you. Yeah.
Very
And also it doesn't occupy so much space actually.
right.
I can open this for you.
Oh, sure.
It's just like
So
normal
inside is a normal suitcase, right? Okay. Oh,
It has pretty space for you to handle all the things you need to bring with your trip.
so basically a normal suitcase which
With-
can follow you.
Yeah, a normal your suitcase with eyes and brain and leg.
So your company developed this algorithm or this recognition technology.
Yes.
Can it be used in something else more than suitcase?
Yes, exactly. Actually, the suitcase is our first product, and actually, it's a simple one. Now it's not.
It's like
Yeah.
a Zoro suitcase.
And it's a simple one. Actually, we have a more complex product. Please follow me to the other side of our company's
Sure.
showroom.
So this is a logistic part of this
Yes.
company's exhibition.
So this robot actually is a more complex product, and it uses a similar technology we see on this smart suitcase, but it has more computer power inside. So it not just follow your people, you can actually
Okay, let's turn to the let's
Okay.
turn to the robot.
it not just follow the target people. Actually, it can recognize the world, and it can mapping the around surroundings, and then it can find his target destination.
Okay.
So the usage of this robot is actually it stopped because he see me. Now I let
If there's people,
yeah.
they will just-
Now I let him move away. Actually, it will help people to moving the stuff
Okay.
to the position they want. So in any warehouse or in any factory, you can replace the people who is carrying things from one point to the other.
Okay.
And with our robot arm,
Oh, there's
Yes, there is a robot arm. With the robot arm, actually, it can handle all the stuffs automatically.
So we see a lot of logistic robots like this in this venue. So why is this different from the others?
It's quite different with other logistic robots because this one with 5 cameras, so it has a SLAM technology based on camera. And this technology actually empowers this robot to be deployed within a week, within 7 days. All the other AGV, they normally need about 2 months to be deployed in any new location. And this one, in that way, you never need to stop production. So it's quite easy, and it can adapt to any procedure that you're currently running and you want to change in the future. And even you want to move your factory or your warehouse to the other location, it's quite easy to be moved together with you.
Yeah, I said your booth is like one of the most empty one actually.
Yes.
We don't see a lot of like stripes on the ground or other things to help the robot to move around.
Yes, exactly.
So is it already used in any like scenarios?
Yes, this one has been used in the DHL warehouse and also in the warehouse that we buy clothes. It's like Uniqlo.
Oh, Uniqlo.
Yes, exactly. So this one not only bring up the manpower to about 200%, it also can help to reduce the total operation cost. It can reduce about 30% of operating cost, and with only 7 days to be deployed. So this AMR from Ford X will empower the factory, will reduce the effort, and will help all the factories that who cannot find enough labor to overcome this situation.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very
for the
much.
introduction. Okay. So apparently, the logistic robots, the purpose of them are actually to reduce cost and just free people from this laboring work, and so they can do something more interesting. So this is the last part of the World Robot Conference exhibition area, and that's all we have for you at this annual event. And we will continue to bring you more tech and science content here at CGTN Digital, so stay tuned. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.